Oh man, come on, man, come on, don't do me like that, man. Don't do me like that, man. Look at all these people, man. Look at all these people watching, man. Come on, man. Come on. I said, kiss my state boot, punk. Come on, man. You making me look real bad, High Tower. Come on, High Tower. Do it, or things gonna get real rough later on after lockdown, sissy. Oh, aye, man. Aye, man. Aye. What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So let's get into it. Now, today's story is gonna be a crazy one. As usual, y'all. So, this is gonna be going back again to the time before C Block was actually created, when all the bandits were wild, just like in nature. All the bandits are wild, just roaming freely. They hadn't contained the monsters yet. And there was one monster on the low that people knew there was something weird about the way he moved, but nobody thought he was actually a bandit. This guy's name was Big Hightower. And rumor has it that anyone that went into his cell either got beat down, assaulted, and various other forms of punishment over commissary and different other things people would say. Excuse me. Now, every Wednesday we get new inmates, y'all. And as usual, people on that gate with the whistles and the cat calls. Grown ass men ain't got nothing else to do but entertain theyself. And I guess I ain't got nothing to do but listen. So, after every Wednesday, cell assignments come out, everybody get to gambling. Why everybody gambling? Well, there's a few select cells in the pod. It's like the bankruptcy on the lottery, on the Jeopardy roll. You hit that, you just struck out. All bad luck. So there's about 6 cells in the pod that we gamble on what inmates are going to end up going into those 6 cells. And if you get it right, you get a big jackpot of commissary. If you get it wrong, I guess that person is safe. That's not good for us. So I guess we always wish that they went into the cells that we picked, which was unfortunate and sucked for them. But one of these such cells, a guy named Jason. Jason got put into Big Hightower's cell, y'all. Now, we wouldn't find out the actual truth about what went on in this cell for months after this whole incident went down. Just stick with me, y'all. It gets real interesting. Now, according to the rumors, the cell itself at night, or even every lockdown, every chance of being alone with another man in his cell, supposedly Hightower took advantage of. Meaning, there was no sleeping, there was no eating, there was no talking around Hightower. Big Hightower, supposedly he just did outrageous things to people, put it that way, against their will in that cell. Now, from what I'm being told, it went far past graping. This was more like mental torture, y'all, where this man was doing things to other men against their will and making them watch, if you want to say. So, it got to the point where people would beg not to go to that cell. If you had been in the prison for a while and you came from another pod or something, you already heard the rumors. You already knew what it was. If you ended up on a pod, don't go to this cell such and such. If you came in and they told you that's where you was going, you begged and pleaded to go either back to a worse pod, to another cell, to lock up, anything before going in there with Hightower. Whether the rumors were true or not, nobody wanted to find out. Well, Jason, unfortunately, was about to find out because Jason had no friends in the pod. Nobody was going to tell him otherwise. Big Hightower, and they call him Big Hightower because he stood about 6'8", y'all, like a basketball player, huge. Big Hightower smiling ear to ear like the Joker. As soon as he sees somebody, some poor unfortunate soul approaching his cell, ear to ear, the grin starts, and he just as nice as he want to be. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? I'm Hightower. I'm your cellmate. And, hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm Jason. Yeah. Alright, Jason. Alright. So, I'm not going to hold you, Jason. In this pod, we check paperwork. So, why don't you go ahead and pull that paperwork on out and let me get a look at it. See what I'm dealing with here. And Jason like, oh, alright. And, he go ahead and find his paperwork. Let him see it. Now, while Hightower's going through the paperwork, he's talking as well. He's telling him, all right, so I don't know if you've been down before, but you should already know you get in that top bunk. You got to sit down when you piss in this cell, my boy, because ain't going to be no splash by my bed. Lights out at 9 o'clock. I don't want to hear no talking, no TV, no radio, nothing. If I hear it, we got a problem. I go to sleep at 9:05 p.m. If you interrupt that, I'm going to break your jaw. Simple as that. Now, this is my house, and you're going to respect that. Ain't no company up in here. Because if some of my stuff go missing, man, I'm going to beat the daylights out of you. And that's just not a threat. That's a promise. And so Jason just looking at him, staring at him, stuttering like, okay. And he don't know what else to say. Now, Hightower hands him back his paper, and he's like, burglary, huh? So you like stealing shit. He's like, nah, man, it's a long story, man. It's not really what it seems. He's like, yeah, all right. Just make sure you don't touch my shit. Make sure your dirty, sticky fingers don't touch my locker. I'm like, all right, man, all right. Cool. So, after that, Hightower tells him, listen, I'm fitting to go take a shower and get ready for last lockdown. You should probably get ready for last lockdown too. And he just smiled at him. He's like, what you mean get ready? And he just smiled again and he walked off. And Jason was just standing there in the middle of the cell, dumbfounded. Like, what the hell just happened? Now, everybody know it is completely illegal in prison to walk through the pod without being fully dressed. But ain't nobody saying nothing to Big Hightower. Hightower get out the shower, wrap his towel around his waist, and keep it moving. And you know those towels in the prison small as hell. They're like little kitty towels. He wrap his towel around his waist and going back to his cell. Now, it's 5 minutes before lockdown. Word has it, he walked in that cell and closed the door. Waited for count. And as soon as that officer walked by, did his count, the whole mood changed. He turned around and he looked at Jason and he said, I hope you're ready. He said, what you talking about, man? What you talking about? He's like, look. Don't play stupid, young boy. Don't play stupid. Jason was only about 18 years old. And, dude supposedly told him, you know what you're here for. You know why they put you in this cell. You must have wanted to come in this cell. You must have asked or not protested against being in here with me. So don't act like you don't know what's going on. Dude, Jason is like, man, I don't know what the hell you talking about, man. Just stay away from me, bro. Stay over there. As Hightower is approaching him. Now Hightower is towering over him. Like probably about a good 2.5 to 3 inches. Towering over homeboy. And now he right up close on Jason. And he grabbed him. He grabbed him by his neck. And he forced him to the wall. And he just grabbed him. He said, it's a shame I gotta hold you by your neck like this. I really wanted 2 handfuls. And then he grabbed him with one hand and said, but I'll settle for one. He grabbed him from his back. He grabbed his butt with his hand. Started squeezing him. Dude, Jason's like, hey, man, what you doing, man? What you doing? Hey, get off me, man. Stop, get off me. And he can't go nowhere. This big dude, Hightower, holding him down. He did the unthinkable, y'all. He took his whole hand, shoved it down his pants, and started poking his fingers right in Jason's butt. Violating him, y'all. Broad daylight. Jason just yelling and screaming, hey, get off me, man. Get off me, man. Oh, get off me, man. And when Hightower finally stopped, he's still smiling. Jason said he was just like a demon. He said dude attacked him violently like a demon. And he just looked at him and said, that's just the beginning. Oh, that's just the beginning. I told you to go get ready. I told you to go get ready. And well, Jason said he just started grabbing him and choking him and smacking him and treating him like one of the boys in the prison. Young boy, only about 150, 160 pounds. Hightower tossed him to the ground and told him, lick my boots. I said, what? Kiss my state boots, sissy. He's like, nah, man, nah. I don't want to do that, man. Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Just punching him, wailing on him. Oh, man, why you do that, man? Why you do that? Lick my boots clean. I want to see my face in them. Shine them. You gonna shine them every night. You're like, oh, man, come on, man, come on. You got any commissary? If not, I'm gonna beat you down until you get some. Oh, man, come on, man. I ain't got nobody on the outside. Kicked the shit out of him. Now, Jason is lucky he lived through this ordeal. And he was able to tell the story. It didn't do much good when he told the story because nothing happened to Hightower. He told inmates the story as if they was going to go and help him or something, but that was definitely not going to happen. So, unfortunately, Jason was taken advantage of several nights in a row before he actually started to lose his damn mind. And he just couldn't take it anymore. But from what he explained and expressed to several inmates in the pod, it went from more than just that man finger popping to cheek busting. Yeah, y'all. Jason was getting his cheeks bust every night in that cell. That cell was full of demons. Hightower was in there destroying Homeboy. And Hightower was so diabolical, he would climb up in his bunk to do it. Because he didn't want to make a mess in his own bed. Yeah, y'all. This man made Jason shine his boots in the mess hall in front of everybody just for laughs. Just to show everybody how he controlled this young boy. And Jason was completely humiliated that day. Licked both of his boots right there in the mess hall. Over and over and over again. While everyone laughed. And nobody did nothing. Now the last and final thing that Jason said Big Hightower forced him to do. And this is one of the most outrageous things I've ever heard of in prison. A thing called FaceTime, y'all. Daily FaceTime. Yeah. He required him to wake him up with daily head. And he called it FaceTime. If he failed at his duties, he got a beat down. He was in that cell for a lot of nights, y'all. So that was a lot of mornings and a lot of FaceTimes. Unfortunately, Jason got handed a bad hand. And there was nothing he could have done about the situation except for maybe hit the gate and tell somebody that could possibly help him in his situation. But instead, well, Jason took another route. And I know some of y'all probably like, dang, how do you know all of this stuff? How do you know everything? Well, that's the terrible part about it. All of this stuff that I'm telling y'all, picture somebody pissed off in a day room, shouting out all of the injustices that happened to them. Well, that was Jason, y'all. He ran out in the day room one day. Da da da! He raped me. He made me do this. He made me do that. Da da! And then, y'all, he ran up to the top tier of the steps, and then he just jumped backwards, unalived himself. Broke his neck as soon as he hit the ground. Folded over like a chair. And it was one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen up close in my life. And of course, he started leaking. And everybody hit the gate. Hey, CO, CO, CO. CO came rushing in. Did his investigation. They ran the tapes. Saw nobody pushed him. He did it on his own. Locked everybody down. Got the, team in there to clean it up. Get him up out of there. And that was that. And Big Hightower was free to grape again. And everybody just knew. I think everybody decided just stay away from him. If you see somebody going in there, give them fair warning. Because that wasn't right what happened to old boy. But, excuse me, y'all. Get in the comment box. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that somebody should have gave him a heads up and told him that, hey, things ain't going to be right in that cell over there. You might want to ask for a transfer or something or do something, get up out of there. Or stick to the code and mind your damn business in prison before you get dealt with. It's a thin line. Let me know what y'all think, y'all. Alright. That's going to be it for this story. I hope you liked it. Come back for more. Like, share, subscribe. Hype this video. And as usual, this is the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show. I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner, and I'm out.